Hi guys, I'm Andrew McCoskey and welcome to my channel. This is another video in this video series all about intelligent design and whether or not it's a viable theory we should give more attention to. Today we're talking all about what I believe should be taught in the classroom along the lines of the origin of life and evolution as it's being taught today. I'd encourage you guys, if you have not checked out my other videos in this video series, you go ahead and do that just because it will make more sense if you do that. But let's go ahead and dive in. I believe that our teachers should be teaching the main scientific arguments for and against neo-Darwinism evolution as we know it. And I'm saying that, I'm sure it surprises some of you, because I think intelligent design, oftentimes in the media and how we hear about it, as being directly connected to creationism, to the Bible, to Christianity, none of which is true. I've talked about in several of my videos that intelligent design is totally different from creationism. There's no connection to the Bible, to Christianity, or even to any kind of religion. It's strictly a scientific theory that says what we observe in nature leads us to believe there could be a higher power. That's as simple as it gets. And I think that's a humongous misconception a lot of people have, and it's important to understand that many ID proponents of intelligent design would agree that we should be teaching the arguments for and against Darwinian evolution, not just teaching ID in the classroom, not teaching the Bible, nothing like that. Just that we give the pros and cons of the Darwinian theory, because I think our students have a right to know the pros and cons of the theory. I mean, I was taught in school that evolution, macroevolution through an undirected process, unguided process through random mutation, was a fact, and that it was indisputable, and there was no other possible theory. That was it. It was for sure. And I'm finding out now that's not really the case. That there's quite a bit of compelling evidence in other areas that say maybe we don't have the whole picture. So I think we have a duty to our students to at least inform them that this theory might not be quite as factual as we're saying it is. I mean, in the famous, I think, 1987 case, Edwards versus Gilliard, I think I'm pronouncing that right, which was the case that basically said you can't teach creationism in the classroom because it's tied to Christianity, basically. That court case actually in some ways kind of helped out ID, because it said that state legislators and school boards have the right to mandate teaching scientific critiques of prevailing theories, that teachers have the right to teach students about a variety of scientific theories, about origins, with the clear secular intent of enhancing scientific education. So what that means is just that that it's legal, it's okay to teach the pros and the cons, yes, of the Darwinian theory, and I think we should take advantage of that. Just because the current system now, I mean, because we're only giving our students, I think, part of the picture. I think we owe them enough to give them the whole picture, that there is some gray area and that we're not entirely sure. Because, I mean, school, really, you're teaching students to think for themselves, to be their own people, to be proactive members of society that are competent enough to accomplish things. And I think if you start by saying, this theory that we have evidence for, but we're not 100% sure if you're telling them that it is 100% sure, you're not giving them all the information, and that's really not sending them on a right course in their education. And also, I mean, Charles Darwin even wrote in The Origin of Species, "A fair result can be obtained only by fully stating and balancing the facts and arguments on both sides of each question," which is huge, I think, because I think Charles Darwin not only had the courage to kind of stand up and say, "Hey, this is a theory I have," he also realizes that we need to not only be looking for what we want to believe, but also looking just for the best science, for the best explanation, and looking at the pros and cons of what we believe and what's being taught. And I think Charles Darwin is right in that that if we want to, advance scientific education and just science in general, we have to be constantly critiquing ourselves and saying, hey, does this theory stand up? Does it not stand up? If it doesn't stand up, what's an alternative? I think we owe our students that, to be letting them know that there is some challenge to the Darwinian theory, and that's really important. Yeah, so I think that's really all I wanted to say. That I think we should be teaching, arguments for and against the Darwinian theory, and that will include some discussion about intelligent design, not solely on intelligent design, but just mentioning that there are other ideas out there. I think we owe our students that. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and keep on watching for more videos. And if you have any questions or comments, please hit me up on YouTube, and I'll do my best to respond. Thanks, guys.